Hey, welcome back, folks. You're hanging out with the Sports Judge. Thanks for tuning in. Please hit that subscribe button for me. The quarterback play of Jalen Hurts makes you wonder about the worst case scenarios when it comes to the Philadelphia Eagles. I'm still a little shocked about what happened on Sunday because I really don't know what to make of that Philly offense after what we witnessed on Sunday. And I have concerns about Jalen Hurts and the passing game. Play calling needs to be drastically better, and so does Jalen Hurts. I don't trust Jalen Hurts to deliver after what I saw from him on Sunday. I know Philly fans don't want to hear this, but I would be lying to you if I told you this offense has been efficient all year when it really has somewhat underperformed this year. Stale concepts, down and distant, short calling verticals. I just don't understand the Eagles' offense. And you would think their offense wouldn't be their greatest enemy. And what I'm saying about the Eagles, you're probably rolling your eyes at me. The Eagles, who we look at now and go, what a mess. Super Bowl caliber team, elite defense, the best overall personnel in the NFL, prides itself on the run game with Saquon Barkley, who had a historic 2024 in his first year with the team. Their defense has progressed into one of the top defenses in the league. And suddenly what you have is an Eagles lackluster offense now gassing. They better be ready. If not careful, they might get dog walked if they can't put up 30 points versus the LA Rams, the Detroit Lions. You don't get to be pissed off at me for saying that. I'm trying to not make a scene. I'm not doing this for clicks or hits. I'm being real in every sense of the word when I say that the Eagles offense on Sunday looked like trash and the play calling was no better. In fact, the play calling was worse. Only 22 points while having 4 turnovers against a quarterback that played horribly. They scored 7 points in the first 2 minutes. 6 more of their 22 points came midway through the fourth. Nobody was really open. Jalen Hurts was stuck in the backfield. Your offense looking like this can't be a good sign versus the Rams this weekend. I'm sounding the alarm because I didn't like what I saw from the Philadelphia Eagles on that side of the ball. Not very encouraging. Obviously, they got some things to fix going into next week. And hopefully those problems get solved because a very good Rams team is coming to town. And if not up on your game, they can beat you. I'm not saying they are. I'm saying anything can happen, and we know this about the NFL playoffs. That's why they play the games. It's any given Sunday or Saturday or whatever day the game is on. The best version of Jalen Hurts is going to be the best thing for the Philadelphia Eagles. And there's a lot of times I just feel like he's average, like he's an average quarterback. If he can play better, produce, things of that nature, and we've seen flashes of it at times from him a couple of years ago, then he has to play with confidence. I feel like just from what I've seen, he's lacking confidence, and the coaches don't trust him enough. When Jalen Hurts is playing with confidence, that's when he's at his best. You know what the Eagles need to do? The opposite of whatever their innate reaction is to do. It was an all-time worst performance from Kellen Moore, who called a bad game. I'm looking at him. I'm looking at Jalen Hurts. I'm looking at this offense. I'm just saying, this Eagles offense is not good enough to beat the Lions or the Rams. Philly won. Okay, it's a win. But I don't feel good about it. I don't feel good about it at all. Be better. People love to ignore the problems, obviously. I'm not going to let the voices of the fan base gaslight me into thinking everything is okay with this offense. It was bad. Well, the team won. Did you look at the scoreboard? The final score? Did you look at the final score? And for those that are saying that Jalen Hurts and the passing game, flat out sucked, they have a point. And it's a bit of a knee-jerk reaction, right? Did he play a perfect game? No, far from it. Are there things he can do better? Absolutely. There are some things that need to be fixed, and quickly. Early in that game, I felt Jalen was holding on to the ball for a long time. Never really looked comfortable, never really got into a rhythm, wasn't always put in the best position to perform well. What I was seeing was an offensive coordinator, that being Kellen Moore, not putting Jalen in good spots. Now, Hurts had clean pockets to work with, so the opportunities were there, but he made poor decisions, and as a result of that, he took a couple of bad sacks. Now, I'm going to point out the good by saying he made a couple of nice throws in the game. That one to Devontae Smith in the third quarter, and he made winning plays. I think maybe Hurts showed some rust. Hopefully he looks better next week because they need him to. Feels like they should have won by a lot when they have a stellar offensive line, two excellent receivers, a solid run game with Saquon Barkley at home, and had the takeaways and the way the defense dominated the line of scrimmage. To be 2 for 11 on third down and 3 for 121 yards, that's not good. If they are serious about winning the Super Bowl, Jalen Hurts will have to be sharp, efficient, and more productive. And a lot of people are very doubtful, very skeptical of Jalen Hurts. I'm still confident in Jalen Hurts. What I'm saying is he needs to play a lot better in order for the Eagles to win, in order for them to have a chance. All his team does is win, but I'm not sure they can keep winning with him playing the way he did on Sunday. You have a coach a lot of people are not really sure of, and a quarterback that a lot of people can't decide if they love him or hate him. 2 for 11 on third down? That's not something to brag about or to be proud of. Jalen Hurts went 90 minutes between completions. And Green Bay from the opening kickoff was handing the Eagles the ball. It was like, here you go. You can have it. We don't want it. You can have it. They had opportunities to score. Green Bay looked more like a charity foundation and not a football organization. And on top of that, the Packers were even missing key pieces. They were missing Christian Watson going into the game. They lost 2 more receivers during the game. 2 offensive linemen sustained injuries and left the game. It was an impressive performance by and large from the Eagles defense. No complaints there. I thought the defense was great against the run most of the time. And stopping the run is a team effort. Quinion Mitchell had a couple of tackles on Josh Jacobs, which was encouraging to see. All the things they didn't do well, they need to do better versus the Rams. The offense and game plan needs to be better. The defense did what it needed to do. Jalen Carter, Nolan Smith, and the Eagles defense carried Philadelphia to a wild card win over Green Bay. Can they win the Super Bowl? This is the year to do it. Philadelphia is so talented. They have so many great players, but when you're +4 in turnovers at home and you lead 16-10 in the fourth quarter, just hand the ball to Saquon Barkley and let him go to work. When that game was 16-10 in the third quarter, Green Bay missing half of their offense, and Jordan Love is reckless, and just kind of out of rhythm and not playing well, you probably were sitting there saying this game should have been 21-7 or 28-7. I couldn't believe it was that damn close. Well, they won the game. Okay, and again, Jalen Hurts didn't play well. This game was 10-0 at one point. You have a 2,000-yard rusher in Saquon Barkley, the best offensive line in football. You have an all-pro receiver, A.J. Brown. You have a solid tight end with Dallas. And you have Devontae as wide receiver too. They should be smoking teams, especially when your defense gives you the ball 3 times on turnovers. Come on now. They're going to have to be better than this. And when I watch Jalen Hurts, he's not reading. He's not looking down the field. And you got to take chances. He's not taking chances. It worries me. It really does. It worries me. Credit to the Green Bay Packers. They did a good job containing Saquon. A.J. Brown needs to be more involved. A guy like A.J. Brown should be getting more targets. What good is having him and paying him all that money if you're not going to use him? Yeah, you may be happy about the win, but there's a lot they need to do better offensively to win the Super Bowl. They will not beat the Rams or the Lions playing like that. When you watch that tape, you cannot be happy. If they weren't as talented as they were, they might have lost that game, and the Packers were just giving them that game, basically. They fumbled the first play of the game. Listen, real quick, Philly got to be better on offense, and I'm holding Jalen Hurts accountable. You will never have a great offensive line like that, a 2,000-yard rusher in the backfield, and a great wide receiver core. This is on Jalen Hurts. Thanks for watching, everyone. That was my coworker that popped in, as you saw. She opened the car door. You know, they really admire what I do. Everybody around here is happy that I'm going to the Super Bowl. I have a great support system here at my job. I really do. The students love it. You know, the staff love it, and I'm truly grateful for that. And that's who you saw. My coworker there, she popped her head in. But guys, thanks for watching. Really appreciate the love and support. You guys take care. We'll talk again very soon.